They are still born one in my book. They're also born one.
We'll come to some other issues, but let's go on to the messages, because then they are growing, and I know I'll be attacked if I don't read them. There's so many. This one says, my regards to Auntie Lydia. I love her. She's my mentor.
Auntie
Now
Lydia,
that she's a producer, I think she can help. Please help me out. You want to act? You haven't said what you want to do. Okay. This one says, I wish Lydia is a motivational speaker. Just what I need to hear today. Is so encouraging for me.
Thank you so much.
And this one says, my name is Lady. I like Mama Lydia. She's a disciplined woman and I like her structure.
This will give me Mama Auntie. What is that?
So Sally, I'm watching you live. Tell, okay, all right. What? Tell your graphics designer and assistant. Tell her your graphics designer and assistant says, I never knew she was very interesting. You should keep up the good works. This is coming from my assistant Louise, who is not here. I can't believe you sneaked a message in here. I didn't even see it was you. Okay, this one says, kudos to Miss Forson. She's dropping a lot of truth bombs so eloquently, and I wish her all the best in her future endeavors.
Thank you so much.
And this one says, Lydia Forson is a very beautiful woman and a great actress. Okay, this one says, okay, another one, same thing. Let me move on. It says, hi, this is Jackie. I never gave attention to Lydia as a celebrity, but I'm beginning to fall in love with her and the response she's giving to every question. She's so blunt, yet very polite and in a calm manner. She's brilliant.
That's an interesting combination.
Congrats, Madam Lydia. Please, the road to the movie is tough, as some of us who have interest in story writing passing through a lot. I want to know if you're ready to help those who have interest in writing and acting. That's coming from Alex.
Okay. Do I answer?
Yeah.
You know what? I really wish we had more structure in the industry. I would be lying if I can tell you immediately what I can do. But this is an advice I give to all upcoming filmmakers and all of that. Nobody is going to just give you a role. Nobody's just going to walk up and say, you know what, let me produce your story. And a lot of upcoming filmmakers are unwilling to learn the ropes. Like if you want to be a cinematographer, someone has been in it for 40 years, go and learn. You might have gone to NAFTA and you've got all your masters, but you need to come down and learn. The industry is such that it's like any other industry, it's a who you know basis. Some people get lucky, do one audition and they hit it. But for the most part, there's a guy who's popular, and I don't know if you enjoy me mentioning his name, but when I worked at Sparrow, he was always on the extras list. He would always come and be an extra, so polite, so nice. And I remember there were days when we were like, let's try and give this guy a speaking role.
That's a movie of yours.
Yeah.
Which one is that though?
That's A Sting in the Tail.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of these people are unwilling to start from the bottom. Go to industry events, interact with producers. Don't think that just because you have a wonderful film, someone is immediately going to have something for you. Just take your time.
So then this answers this particular text that I'm about to read. It says, hi Lydia, I'm Jessica. I just love everything about you, and from day one, I've loved to be an actress too. Can you give me a minor role in your next movie? See,
but you see, you are not even asking for extra. You are not asking for minor role. Someone has been in the industry for 8 years. No, these are real life conversations. People want to just rocket. I've worked with extras. And when they come on set, sometimes they are the worst.
What are
extras
they doing?
Are when you watch a party scene, the people who are dancing. You know,
so they are the
extras. But you see, I watch Halle Berry and I've seen her as an extra. Extras is, for me, it's a great way to start, because when you're on set, one, you learn a lot. You interact with the directors, you interact with some of the lead actors. You are building, you are networking. When some people we have casted, not because they are good at what they do, they have such amazing work ethic. You're like, this guy, let's give him something. But a lot of these people want it all, but then they want the... Listen, when you're an extra, sometimes you watch the film, your face will not show.
Maybe your back. or your side.
Do you understand? If you see even your nose, you freeze it. It's a mommy, that's my nose. But that is the reality. When I was nobody wrote about me. When I was hustling it out, you didn't even know who I was. And I'm not ashamed of that. But through that, I built a career. There was a time when I knew so many people in the industry. In Nigeria, I knew all the top actresses, and they couldn't believe that I'd never done anything in Nollywood. But I was building a network. And I would tell myself, at the right time, this producer I've just said hello to will remember me. And that's how Kunle called me for a movie in Nigeria. We had been friends for years. And I said, oh, once in a while, I'm like, hey, Charlie, if you get anything, let me know. And no pressure. 3 years later, he called me to be a supporting actress in his film. Great.
This one says, good evening. I love your discussion, and I like Lydia Forson. She's my role model.
Thank you.
I want to be her friend.
Thank you.
So what are your social media handles so that those who want to get in touch with you?
Lydia Forson, please. My name is not, fried rice. All those people have been changing their names on social media. I'm not one of them. Just Lydia Forson on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Lydia Forson. Okay. So you can follow me. I have interesting videos.
All right. And this one, McAfee from Nungwa says, Lydia Forson, keep the good work going. I really love you. God bless you.
Thank you.
And this one says, please tell Lydia I want her classic movie to watch. And she gave me the title. Okay. All right. I'm a sweeper from Mamubi. All right.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I don't know which classic movies.
But then there's Shades of Blue,
there's Shades of Blue, there's KTK, maybe there's Perfect Picture. If you're talking classic, maybe it's one of my early, movies. Yeah.
This one says, good evening, I'm Lena. I'm really learning a lot. Women have been taken for granted for a long time. It's high time we women have to talk out, our hearts out. Lydia, you're an amazing lady. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm David. Lydia Forson is indeed a role model to womanhood and a proud feminist. I am proud and I want to be like her. About feminism, are you a feminist?
You know what? I don't even know. And I'll tell you this. We all grew up, for the most part, not understanding what feminism was. I had a man call me yesterday, but are you a fair? I thought you are not one of those, so because there's still the negative, of feminism. And I think for a very long time, we ran away from the word because we thought that I felt like if I was married with children, it would be easier for me to own the word feminism because people would take my utterances more seriously. But feminism is, oh, she's single, she hates men, she cannot find a man and all of that. But I also realized that by denouncing the word, I was also feeding into the stereotype. That means I believe the stereotype. But why for now, I don't necessarily know if I'm a feminist or not is, if we all had common sense in this world, we wouldn't need feminism, activism, or any nism to teach us what to do. If you respect your fellow human being, you know that don't treat her with respect.
Oh my.
Give her the job because she qualifies for it. Be fair to them. So I believe in Black Lives Matter. I believe in rights for all. So I don't like labels because I feel like sometimes they limit, and my fellow feminists will not like to hear me say this, but maybe I am. You understand? Maybe I am. See, I'm married, so you can be saying, but see, maybe I am. I'm so confused, but I own my confusion. Right. So because I'm learning.
Very little time to go, but I really want you to touch on some issues quickly before we go. This one about the worst rumor you've ever heard about yourself. What's the worst rumor? Oh, there are so many. What's the worst rumor I ever heard about myself? Oh, that was very nasty. I don't even want to repeat it, but it was involved. There are so many people everybody says I've dated that I've never dated before, and there are some people I will never date. So when you hear certain stories about yourself, you're like, what all people? I can't think of one. I'm sorry. Another one, several platforms like to pry, and I'm also allowed to pry. Who's the special guy?
Who's the special guy? Are you marketing? Is Bill Gates watching?
In your life?
No comment.
Okay, you've escaped that. But your advice to young women as we leave. Let me read this one quickly before we go. It says, Selikem, I'm listening to your chat with Lydia Forson. Very interesting views and scope. I wish her well in her fields as an actress, writer, and producer. I love the interesting words she's using, Bon 1 and so on. The men too are Bon 1A. Okay, all right.
No, that are Bon 2 self.
And this one says, I really hope she could be a motivational speaker. All right.
Okay. The words to...
Finally, to young women who want to be like you.
Don't be like me, be you.
Okay.
And stay true to who you are. The minute, and this one, it's not just to young women, everybody out there, whatever you give power to has power over you. If you give power to a man, that they own your life and your destiny, and be without someone's approval, you can never make it. You probably never make it. To me, how I live my life, if it's not mine, it's not mine. I'll never get it. If it's mine, you can dig the ground, hide me, and I will still germinate and become a beautiful flower. So don't let anybody have power over your destiny. It's going to be hard. They're going to say no, and they're going to kick you. But when you know who you are, what you have, and you have faith in yourself, it might take 2, 3, 4 years, 2 seconds, but it will happen. So just remember that anytime a man tells you that you need to take off your shirt before he gives you a job, take it off because you want to, not because he's forcing you.
Thank you very much, Lydia Forson. It's been great having you on the program.
It's been good having you. Hey, listen, having you.
We've celebrated award-winning actress Lydia Forson. She's also producer and writer, and she has an interesting blog as well that talks about naturals. I'm sure
LydiaForson.com.
LydiaForson.com. And another time we'll look at all those other issues. But it's been great having you in the studio. Really,
it's been
really
good
great.
being here.
Our inspirational quote as we wrap up comes from an unknown author, and the quote says, "A successful woman is one who can build a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at her." Unquote. My name is Selikem Akola-Chiapalu. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your messages. Like our page on Facebook, Women's Voice GBC24, and check us out on Twitter at Women's Voice GBC24. Thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening.
It's about exposing the vulnerabilities women face.